Evening, everybody. This is Dave with Krusty Trades. Going to be going down the memory lane, looking at some stocks, getting some ideas of things that have been happening, things that could happen, things that might happen. Just a random look at all kinds of different stuff. We're just going to type shit in and see what's happening, basically. Alright, so ES futures at 44.89. The area that's been in is 44.89 to 44.93. Very tight range right now on this hunk of monkey shit. If you're looking at this, sort of a topping pattern. Maybe they push it back up again and go even to 45.20. They're starting to get long-winded on this move, and you'll start seeing some pullback opportunities, a few of those that cut off specifically last Friday. It didn't let that pull back until it made 4,500. Normally that would have came back down to 44.50 or below. Get the holiday week and they screwed everybody's trades up. So good luck if you were still staying long. You just long and strong from 43.80 all the way up. And you stayed there until 4,500. We should see some additional things happening soon. Gonna put in a new level at 44.93. You see that? You got 44.80 below and see where it moves. 44.94, 4,500. You got 45.10, 45.20, 45.35, and 45.50, particularly on the top side. Bottom side, you got 44.80, 44.50, 44.35, 44. There's that oddball, 27, 20, and 10. 44.50 could very well come into fruition very soon. Let's see if that happens. Otherwise, watch out for 4,500 on the ES futures. That's on the left. On the right, we got the NASDAQ. They played around, hit a top 14 at 368. That was in the cash session. That was on Friday. Dropped back down on the Sunday open session and got a little more weakness. See if there's any Nvidia or Tesla followed through to lead that one down, possibly back to 15.328 on the NASDAQ. Let's go ahead and take a look at Piton. Had that boost the other day, made a rounded base, got support at 735, had a push up to 853, pulled back, closed at 819, had a few days, a little more than $1 to the upside. Those September $14 calls may still work out. There's some other things you may want to look at as well in playing this one. Everybody else a piece of crap. You're just trying to get it up to here, to here, to here. Some of the three levels, your downside you saw 645 in that area. So that's what you're looking at there on Piton. Let's pull up Para, for instance. This is all from memory. Had a push to 1634 in the last session on Friday. 1619 was the area that it took out and held for selling down actually quite a bit into that pre-market session and had a rise back to 1634. The 17 and 17.5 calls later in July, August, September, you name it, have been popular for a while. Let's take a look now at SFIX before we get too deep into this. Stitch Fix found a base here recently at 360, had the previous one at 295, had a decent push up there, 20 or 30 cents in the Friday session after having a lot of dismal sessions prior to that. The 15-minute shows that did go up very strong, hit 24, basically like 35 cents up on that session. You're still trying to break $5 to $7 range on Stitch Fix. Let's go ahead and take a look at BIG, symbol BIG for Big Lots. We were getting that when it was around $5 or some shit of that nature. So in that instance, it made a good boost from $4.78 up to $9.40. You can see that previous area. Had to take, this was weeks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to get that kind of move. The 15-minute session showing that it's still playing around with these levels between $8.40 to $9 range. That is symbol BIGAUR. We had this when it was around $1.30. Finally got that push over $3 here recently from $2.23 into 1, 2, 3, 4 sessions, and it's trying to back off. Remember, this was under $2 not long ago. They did have a rise up. It was like $1 something. We got it in here previously, and then pulled back and made that move up to $3. So it's done pretty darn well here recently. Symbol AUR. Let's take a look at Warner Brothers recently. WBD. Gonna have a little move on that. They already got some. Had from 11 up to 14.50. Recently got another base at about 11.82 and had a push up here to 13.01. Trying to take out 13.20, 13.70. That is symbol WBD. Merger news, whatever. That's WBD and Para, P-A-R-A. Going to look at the symbol CL for the crude oil. And for the crude oil, we recently had 68.36 is the level. They got support 72, 72.5 is the area to break. Getting a flat top here at 71.34, pulling back a little bit. Be careful if you're doing much on the crude oil right now. Getting to the top of this range to resistance. May pull back again, or you've got a clear shot to 75.84 if it can break that on crude oil. Gonna look at NVIDIA. Symbol NVIDIA. Recently had been on a tear, had a high of 439.90, dropped at the 400.93, got up to a level of 429.24 there on Friday, backed off, holding below the support area. Could be resistance, next level 418, 416, NVIDIA. Be careful if the market falters. You got Tesla, everybody loves this piece of shit. Monkey ass piece of shit. Playing get some resistance at 280. Went above it, it's back down. Your level below that's 278, 274. Get back some of this candle, and you're well into the 270 level on Tesla. The market falters. Otherwise, all the way back to 264. Could be in the midterm. You got earnings here in a few weeks. We got some earnings stocks coming up this week. We're not looking for Monday. We'll do one tomorrow night and see what's happening and get a piece of that. Tesla. Let's go ahead and look at Apple. Apple had an all-time high recently, 194.48. Backed off. Had a pullback to 191.76. Closed out the session Friday at 192.46. You've got a gap back down here to 190. I would expect to get filled on Apple. Microsoft recently had that push up, and they had a pullback down on Friday, maybe $4 or $5 or something. Was it 336 from the previous? So $3 or $4 drop into support off the 337 level. Drops below that. You've got a clear shot down to 310. There's a few levels in between. Maybe you want to look at 335. But that's what we're looking at with Microsoft, our friend Netflix. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Netflix as of right now. Had a push up here recently on Netflix. The high on that run was 448.65. Pulled back down to 411.22. Had a recent high now of 444.40. Finished the session at 441.44. Had a drop in that session of 431.56. Keep an eye on that 445 level on Netflix. AMD recently had that sell down, coming in some resistance here at 116.07. Pulled back some, trying to maintain its area. Next level up is 120. Can it make it, or are we going to falter back to 111.85.72 here on AMD? It's going to go ahead and put a few others here. We're going to go ahead and look at TGT while we're at it. Recently had to move up to 138 down from 125. Got some base and tried to find $3 to $4 up there on Friday. Finally settling at the session at 134.86. Pretty good move up. Can it hold, or are we going to go back down to 131, a popular level for our friend Target? We're going to take a look at Bud, and Bud recently had a big move up. Pulled back down all the way to 54.48 from that 59 level, pushing into resistance of 57.46 and pull back just a slight amount. Keep an eye on this level again, otherwise back into support at 55.82. Budweiser, and that is it for the night. This is a quick look at some stocks, the market, general coverage, brainstorming, getting our thoughts set, and getting ready for the week coming up. Futures already are showing not much tonight. Get ready for tomorrow, see if we get any action post the 4th of July. We got to get moving now, and we're out for the night. We're going to have a short lead out. You enjoy the rest of your 4th, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow. Don't go too big, don't get in too early, and don't stay too late. That's all we've got here for Krusty Trades. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button so you can get all the newest updates and different things that we post here on Krusty Trades. Don't get too crazy, you know. You got to make it through tomorrow. Go slow. Keep your feet in the game. Keep your head in the moment. Don't go back to your day job, because there is no day job other than trading. Krusty Trades over and out.